Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Monster Review, where we take a look at tech tips and how-to videos. Today we'll be looking at the Tineco Floor One S3. The reason why I decided to do a review on this is because there was a couple of videos I saw that was sponsored by Tineco. They send them out a machine, so I didn't really trust the review, so I figured I'd spend my own cash and purchase it and review it for myself. It's smart, kind of smart. It runs on battery power, and that's basically the major difference between this and something like you would get from Hoover or Bissell. It's smart, like it can tell you how much fluid's inside the reservoir tank and how much fluid is inside the solution tank. You could launch self-clean on your phone. You can see the battery life, and you can update the firmware. So things like that make it smart. And it comes with everything you'll need to set it up. Obviously, it also comes with cleaning solution, but we're not going to use that. Instead, we're going to use my own solution that I usually mix. Sturmine. It's just one tablet in the reservoir in the solution tank. And that's what I've been using for a year now, and it works great with cleaning the floor. So that's what I mixed in the solution tank here. So while I'm interested in seeing how well it cleans, what I really want to know is how well it stacks up with some of the other brands that you can get from your local retailer, such as the Hoover and the Bissell Crosswave, the legendary Bissell Crosswave. Okay, so this one doesn't really need an introduction. I'm pretty sure y'all are familiar with it. It's the Bissell Crosswave. It's pretty much, the one brand you heard of that can vacuum and mop at the same time, for the longest time actually. And it does a great job. It does what it says. It vacuums and mops at the same time. However, it does have its flaws. It struggles with stains that have been sitting on the floor for a while, so it doesn't really have that to scrub the floor. This is the older model. There's a newer one, Pet Pro. It's purple, and there's also a battery powered version. So this one, and I think it's not exactly the first generation, I think it's the second generation. And in terms of durability, it's pretty durable. This is my second unit. The first unit, the motor burned out, but that was my fault. I was using bleach solution and it kind of destroyed the motor. And then we have the Hoover Floor Mate. This is also still around. Same design and everything. The newer model is like blue, I think. It's a little bit smaller. Now this thing does scrub the floor. However, it does not vacuum. So you do have to sweep before you use it. It has some major problems with the solution tank system that they use. I bought two, one for my mom, one for us. And my mom, her trigger system broke and she was no longer able to spray solution while she vacuumed. With this one, as you can look on the floor, it's leaking like crazy. I had to remove the fluid tank, but it has some major problems with its fluid solution system. In terms of price, the cheapest is actually the Floor Mate. This one is, you can get it anywhere between 50 to 150. I got this on clearance for 50 bucks. Brand new, you can get it for like 150 at Walmart. This is the second most expensive. This one retails anywhere between $199 and $250. Or you can get it refurbished for $99. This one is a refurbished unit, $99. But yeah, you can get it brand new from like Kohl's for like $199 if you shop right, $250 if you want to pay full price. I think even some stores charge $299. And then this is the most expensive. This retails for $399. So $400. I did not pay that much. I got a $60 coupon, and I also had $40 of gift cards. So I got the price knocked down quite a bit. And the mess, maple syrup, chocolate syrup. We have some chocolate milk. We have some crushed up Cheerios, pizza sauce, and baby formula, salt. We have lemonade mix. That's not the cream of the crop. The cream of the crop is actually, we let this sit for about 3 hours. So it's set pretty good and some of the mess is dried up. So it's really going to test these vacuums and see what they're able to do. My guess is that this is going to do the worst. The Hoover is going to be like in second place, and based off of what everyone says on Amazon ratings for this vacuum, it probably will do the best. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's start with the Crosswave. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to make 5 passes. I think 5 passes is good, right? All of them have the same fluid solution and that I mixed. So here we go. All right, that was 6 passes, and you can see exactly what I was talking about. This thing does not have that oomph. It has the power, but it doesn't have that oomph to scrub out stains. All right, next is Tineco. Again, same thing, 6 passes. So that was a Tineco. That was better than a Crosswave. I think I might have piled on the baby formula too much. I did drop a little too much on this middle one, so, but not bad. And the next, or the last, I lost count on that. I think I did a little bit more than 6. But yeah, as you can see, exactly what I predicted. It did do really good. However, there is a huge mess in the front there. So I don't know if that counts as doing the best. I still think the Tineco was like, it's interesting. It's like a balance between the two. As I'm using it, I can actually feel it going forward. That's how much pressure the roller has on the floor. This has no pressure whatsoever. It just glides on the floor like nothing. All right, so now we're going to do as much passes as it takes to clean it up. Had to refill the solution for the Crosswave. We're at 30. Here we go, continuing. All right, so that's 70 passes, and yes, it's still dirty. There's still stain. Yeah, I decided to stop because like these little ones, forget it. These things take forever. You're gonna have to step on the vacuum and hold it there, but I don't want to do it for this test because that's not how you vacuum. Anyway, let's see how long it takes for the Tineco. That's 66 passes, and as you can see, it's a lot better than the Crosswave. The only things I see is the grout line. That's not the vacuum's fault. Some tiles are higher than others, so chocolate syrup got into those grout lines. So here we go. There was a little gunk, but if you picked up the vacuum, it sucked it up very clean. And I also use it to clean up a little bit. I'll finish it up with the Tineco because, you know, that's the one I'm reviewing. If I was to recommend a vacuum right now, I would definitely recommend the Hoover because it's the cheapest and it cleans the best. But however, there's one major drawback. You're gonna have to prepare the floor, which means sweeping before you can use this. And also be prepared to have some major problems with its plumbing, because like this one has a major leak problem, and like I said, my mom's had a broken trigger. So, but my mom has a newer one. She's had it for 2 years and she says it worked fine. So it's definitely worth looking at if you're looking for something cheap, because like I said, it outperforms the Crosswave. The only advantage the Crosswave has is that you don't have to sweep. Also, keep in mind that I told you that these stains, we let it sit, and the reason why we do that is because we have kids, and kids make a lot of messes. in places you don't necessarily see until you're cleaning, but by the time you clean it, it's dried and gunks on the floor. So yeah, if you're a single person and you just need something to quickly clean up your floors, then the Crosswave would be more than enough for you. However, just keep in mind that its major drawback is set in stains. The Crosswave definitely has its following. A lot of people that come to my house and use it, they fall in love with this vacuum cleaner, so much so that they go home wanting to buy one for their own homes. Yeah, it is convenient. However, I wouldn't spend $250 for it or $300. Even $199 is too expensive. Get a refurbished one for $99, or if you can get it cheaper. But yeah, it's definitely not worth the asking price. And this one, forget this one, $399. I don't know, that's a tough sell. However, let's see if we can clean up all this other stuff. I can feel it on the floor, scrubbing it. Not scrubbing it, but I can feel the microfiber.
So this is better than that?
Yeah, it's better than the Crosswave. No, it's not worth it for the price, but it is better. I mean, yeah, it works good with dried in stains. It does a better job than the Crosswave. Does a really good job. I mean, I like it. It's I like that I don't have to push a trigger. The trigger system for the solution is automatic, and I also like that there's no cord. I just, use it like a regular vacuum. And I also feel like it picked up the Cheerios a hell of a lot better than the Crosswave did, because the Crosswave does struggle with big Cheerios like that, and that's gross. Why a see-through reservoir? That's just nasty. No one wants to see all that gunk. I like how the Tineco, it's tinted, so you can't really see it. The same with this one too. The Hoover has oh, look at that. Some gunk got on the thing there. But yeah, so $399, no, I don't think so. $299, I don't know. Now $299 is reasonable. You don't think $299 is reasonable?
Less. So $150 is for $150?
$150?
I would not spend more than that on that.
All right, now so I got the camera. There you go. So this mess was caused by my older son. Wasn't watching what he was doing, and he ended up spilling his dinner on the floor. Luckily, I was running some tests, so I just told him to leave it and I'll clean it up later. Lasagna, yes, it is lasagna. And it has been sitting on the floor for about an hour or two, so it is dried, just like our other tests. You feel the pressure between the roller and the floor, right?
That's clean better.
Yeah, you don't get that with the Crosswave.
And it cleaned up the chocolate mess too really well.
Look, you got some dried up stuff.
It's clean way better. I would have been here all day with that.
Yeah, it did a really good job. So the floor is kind of wet. It's definitely nothing like the Crosswave. The Crosswave would leave the puddles on the floor. So this does a lot better at drying the floor. Alright, so it's time to wrap up this video. But before we do, let me give you my impressions. In the beginning of the video, I don't know if you noticed, but me and my wife were very skeptical about this thing. No, I made the bold statement that maybe it would beat the Bissell and the Hoover, but deep in my heart, I did not believe that. I was just going based off the ratings that I saw, because this thing has a ton of good ratings, so that's what I was going off of. However, I did not truly believe that this vacuum would perform the way it did. So after the test, I have to say I was not impressed. Neither was my wife. I was like, oh well, I mean, it cleans better than the Crosswave, but it wasn't like mind-blowing. That was our fault. Take it off of auto mode and put it in full power, we might have gotten a different outcome. This thing might have cleaned up everything within a few passes. However, it wasn't until after the testing that we started to use it with real world situations like the lasagna that my son spilled, did we actually start to get impressed with it and realize that we had a gem in our hand. You could actually hear it in the tone of my wife's voice. So during the testing, you know, she was very like, man, this thing's overpriced piece of garbage. And then she quickly changed when she started vacuuming, using it on her own. When she was vacuuming the lasagna, she started making statements like, wow, this thing cleans really good. Cleans better than the Crosswave. I would have been here all day with the Crosswave. And off camera, she ended up cleaning the entire house. And after she was done, you know, her whole opinion about it changed. And no longer was she thinking like, okay, this thing is worth $150. She was more in the ballpark that she would pay $299. $250 to $299 for it. She wouldn't have no problem paying that much. $399 is still overpriced, but she could see herself paying $299, which I had made a statement about. It's interesting, like watching back all the footage while editing this video, seeing our skepticism in the beginning of the video, and then watching us progress and turning out to actually like this vacuum was really interesting for me as a reviewer. We ran it on laminate. We ran it on tile. We did not run it on carpet. I don't want to run it on carpet. I have a special carpet cleaner for that, so I'm not going to do that. But whatever we threw at it, laminate, tile, linoleum, no matter what we threw at it, it blew our mind away. After it was done cleaning, how it would make the tile shine. We've never seen that before. Not even with the Hoover. We've never seen that before, so it's amazing. And you have to remember, we're using water with a sanitizing tablet. We're not using the Tineco cleaner. We're not using some special formulated floor cleaner. We're just using water and sanitizer tablet. And it makes the floor sparkle. And I don't know how to explain this, but it's a joy to use. I can't explain what Tineco did here, but they made a vacuum that's fun to use. It could be, you know, the display, watching the colorful display go from blue to red, and when it's sensing stains and all that. I don't know. It's just fun to use. That's the best I can explain it. It's like some voodoo magic up in here. Now, the only thing that concerns me is durability. I'm not sure how long this vacuum is gonna, you know, is gonna last. I'm not sure it's gonna be on par with like the Crosswave. As I already told you, the Floor Mate by Hoover, the durability is very bad. So it will be interesting to see like how well this lasts. I mean, this definitely has more components that can fail than, let's say, the Crosswave. However, we can, if you have this vacuum too, there are things you can do to ensure the longevity of this vacuum cleaner, which is your basic maintenance. Like after every usage, make sure you drain out the solution tank, rinse it with water, constantly clean out your waste container. Make sure to always use at least once a day the self-clean mode, and make sure to dump out the waste container after every usage. Do not leave dirty water in that tank, and hopefully that will increase the longevity of this machine. So now comes to recommendation. Would I recommend this cleaner? Definitely, yes. I would recommend this cleaner, especially seeing how I've been on the market for something like this for a very long time. And that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. If you found it helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up. If you found it not so helpful, a thumbs down will work also. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.